So, it looks like... tons of snowfall.
What are you doing, Jake? What are you doing, Jake?
I'm just looking at our weather. It seems to be that there...
I want you to make a video.
I can.
Do it.
Okay, in a minute.
Like a weather video?
No, it's Star Wars one.
I'm doing a live video on YouTube for weather. I actually have a really good channel, if you think about it.
I really wish you would make one.
I hope you're not posting them on YouTube.
Who we are?
You.
Posting anything on YouTube?
You're not supposed to be.
So, since we see all of this going on, I can tell... Wait. Hang on. So it seems to be that this whole system right here is moving this way.
I really want you to make a video.
So I'm guessing that there is a low pressure system coming in on the back. Hang on. So we can say that there's a low back here. And then with a blue outline, I'll outline the system that is going on up in here. I can't really get the location up in there at the moment. So that's it right there. No, wait, no. And here's our cold front. Anyway, what I was doing.
I'm not even make a video.
He will in a minute, Elijah. My God.
And then, the heck. Okay, that's it right there. There is a low coming in on the back. Because on every snow system, there is a low carrying it. I'm live.
Like on Facebook?
No, Twitch.
What is Twitch? You don't need to be doing any live videos.
I really want to do a video right now.
Because it's obvious that this has got to be a warm front on the back of it. We do realize that there is one huge cold front moving in through New England at the moment. Go further up north. It's like Indianapolis or something over there. Is there some kind of bridge that goes over the Great Lakes, Mom?
I don't know. You'd have to look that up. I don't think so, because Canada's on the other side.
Yeah, Canada owns part of Lake Michigan. And Lake Superior. No. No, that's Wisconsin that owns part of Lake Michigan. Michigan owns the other part. Illinois owns a little bit. Indianapolis owns a little bit.
I really want to sword fight.
Yeah, Lake Superior and Lake Huron, Lake Erie
Quit whining it.
are all owned by the Canadians. What's going on up in here? Ooh. Weather Channel.
Video.
So, look at that.
He is making a video, Elon.
It's the wrong one, though. It's the wrong one.
We do know that there is a low sitting right over here on this little town right here. And, you can tell that there is a little bit of a stationary front coming on here. And what we know from stationary fronts is that they hardly even move. Like, it's moving this way, clockwise. But that's only because the stationary front, and there's like a high pressure over here, while there's another one pushing it. So you can tell why some of this snow is sitting in New Brunswick right now, and like in BEI and Nova Scotia. Oh. I figured I'd go look out in the ocean. I do know there's nothing to look at. I do know that my prediction for the first hurricane of the season, it will form in the Atlantic, and the blue dot is where I think it's going to form. The red dot indicates tropical depression, so it's red right there. Now pink will indicate tropical storm. So the tropical storm will go through Haiti. So let's put up that pink again. So there's that pink again. Now blue will indicate a green will indicate no, let's do red. Dark red. Dark red will indicate a hurricane, and I honestly think that it's going to make one huge circle, but it's not going to hit Florida. So let's get the pink back out. Not exactly the same thing, but you know. And then finally, normal red is that tropical depression, and we're going to use blue as a tropical, as a remnant low. So the storm will have a pretty good lifetime. Predictions is that it'll probably turn out to be maybe category 2 at the beginning out of the season. So yeah, that's my first hurricane of the season prediction. Now, let's go take a look out at the possibilities of that new nor'easter coming in. Now, reports say that that area and that area has some good chances of receiving something, because there is indication that there's that and there's that they're saying that it's gonna most likely move, because you can tell that there's already rain forming ahead of this line of the two systems.
Can you talk a little lower?
Sorry. So, one system, like this right here, it'll move into Canada and move right back into the U.S. While one will move into the Canadian area, come out maybe in Montana, and let's do the green as the other one. The other one will move right across Nevada into Utah. It will be in California a little bit, Wyoming, and then it'll clash in the middle of South Dakota with the blue one. So let's throw out another one. So here's our nation right here. Wait.
Should we please start making the webcam video? We were doing story.
So it looks like the green one. I'm gonna do a different one. It'll meet in South Dakota with the opposite blue one. Oh, Mom, I'm back to riding with you tomorrow, right? Yeah. Yay! So the blue one, It'll head straight across the nation. It'll turn into Wyoming, probably at the very, very tip of Colorado.
Seriously, Jake.
Sorry. Because I'm pretty sure that the blue system will most likely collide with the green system up here in the Midwest. So we're going to use red for the full system itself. Here's the red system. It's going to come straight into that little blue dot you see down there. And then it's going to turn, well, barely up northeast. And that's where it'll end up turning out. Now, we know where I live. It's right here. This area, like I said a little bit ago, there's the red area. It was gonna come just like that. And I'm gonna form a little cone for it. If it does come through, it'll impact Florence, Alabama, Birmingham, Huntsville, Atlanta, Knoxville, Spartanburg, Chattanooga, and many other cities in that cone. Oh, it'll also impact Memphis. That's one of the major cities involved in my cone. So, let's just take a look at them lows going on. Now, there does seem to be a low going on up in here.
What you're doing right now.
And then we have one low to the west of Salem, Oregon. Because here's Oregon right here.
In a minute.
So, I think that it's going to be like that. So, the low will, one sec. It'll bring, that's just separate, line to separate. It will go like this.
Don't lose that ball.
I don't have it.
It will go like this towards Boise and Portland. Now that little black line I made right here, it is sitting really close to Seattle, and it is also right over.
Jake, honey,
What?
stop talking so loud, please.
I'm trying to not talk loud. It's hard to not talk loud when I'm too used to it. So let's erase all that. Now, figure we'll look a little bit. Oh, there's some snow. I'm not good at snow, but let's take a look. Now, looks like this snow system, let's say stationary. Right, Mom? Stationary? So, that. And here is our low behind it. So, it seems to be that it is moving, but stationary, but it is moving slightly north at a very, very slow speed. And it looks like this town right here called Regina, it may receive some snow in the next couple of hours.
Virginia.
No, there was a town in Canada called Regina. So it looks like that town might be experiencing something in a little while. Anyway, let's get back to our nation. Now, there isn't much going on around our Chattanooga area. Oh, wait, never mind. There is a lot of specks of snow going on, though. It's snowing a little bit in Knoxville, the same way in Marable. But the thing is that I'm sure that we realize that the Appalachians are right here. So it will snow like that. And there is barely a little bit of rain right here. Everything else is pretty much snow. Been a while since we've seen snow around up in here for a little bit, since it warmed up a lot. There is a high coming through. It is going to be sitting right over us in the next couple of days. And anything else? Oh, yeah. There is something going on up here towards Indianapolis. Indianapolis is receiving some good snows. Like I said earlier, down there in Chattanooga, there is a high coming through. It'll get gooder enough to hit I know, I'm joking. To hit Indianapolis, and it looks like Kokomo is receiving some. Muncie is receiving some. Dayton, Hamilton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Sydney, Anderson. There's a ton of cities up there in Indiana that are receiving something.
I'm really making a video. Serious.
It looks like Roanoke has got some good snow coming on over there. Hang on. That's the snow going on over here. And remember, there is still that one high coming through. High. So we might be receiving rain. Not a ton of rain going on. I just know that the Raleigh area will be receiving some good rain in a little while. But anyway, I want to get back to talking about that nor'easter that may come in a couple of weeks. So, here's our open ocean. There's a low right here. And there's a low right about up there. These two will most likely collide. I mentioned that earlier. But I think the storm itself is going to form right all up in there. And I'm going to scribble it out. All in that area besides that little area right here will start forming up a pretty good storm. Because as you can see, there's already a ton of snow and rain ahead of them too.
Jake, you're going to stop talking because your dad's fixing to watch the game.
Where did he go?
Oh, okay. So that's our radar for the nation, and we'll be right back for another one in a little while. Tomorrow. Bye.
If you want to talk on that, Jake, you can go in the other room.
Let's play.